Action. Welcome back to Coming This Summer. Wow. It's officially fall movie season. Summer is over. Then we had that like couple week lull where they don't really release.
This does seem like the perfect fall kickoff movie. Animated. It's set in the forest. We get a lot of fall colors. I didn't even think about that.
So you've been looking forward to this movie.
I don't know if looking forward
you
to
were hyping it
is the
in
word.
The spring.
I hadn't seen a trailer for it until I watched it in theaters like a couple weeks ago with some movie, and I'm like, oh, wild robot. It's like a robot who gets thrown into the wilds and then he thinks he's an animal or something. They got to raise him like an animal.
Yeah, they're really making this feel like something bad's going to happen.
Gives me some Fox and the Hound
in the
vibes.
end, somebody's going to...
That Fox is going down, man. Pedro Pascal Fox is going down. That's my prediction.
Who's voicing the robot?
No voice? No idea. Okay. No idea at all. It could be, it's a female voice actor, I'm pretty sure, but all I know is that Pedro Pascal is.
Okay, and he's like your favorite.
And he's great.
His favorite Pascal.
Great.
This apparently is from a book series.
That'd do it.
Right?
That's Dreamworks' MO now.
They do
Like they're like.
This is the first book, so that means he'll probably have a happy ending then.
Okay, true. They did like, was DreamWorks Captain Underpants was DreamWorks? Yeah, they did
they're
that.
doing
Dogman. They're doing Dogman. They did Bad Guys.
You said Dogman. That's a whole different movie.
Dogman.
That's weird that the whole thing was cut out.
The whole episode. Welcome back to Coming This Summer. We're talking Wild Robot box office.
Wild Robot was also tracking way better than it is now.
Is it now?
It's 25 to 30 million, which is not.
That's not great.
It's not a lot.
It's not
for a DreamWorks movie. Now the good news is DreamWorks and Illumination movies normally cost a third to half of what a Pixar Disney movie costs.
Yeah.
So a 30 million opening isn't the end of the world for them like it would be if Inside Out 2 opened.
Inside Out was 200 million?
200, 250. And it's coming out now that there was a bunch of crunches. They laid off a bunch of employees after the movie, but they were working 7 days a week, like 18 hours a day to get that movie out. Because we talked about how fast it came out. That's the difference. And it still costs 250. And Wild Robot's probably an $80 million movie because that's been the trend of the last couple DreamWorks movies.
Well, they go differently and like stylized with their animation now.
See, I appreciate they take chances.
Yeah,
but that's like to me, it takes like Puss in Boots looks so good.
Yeah,
and
they holds up. Yeah,
Ruby Gillman is like the weird one out of the last 4 or 5 movies.
That's a movie that's been in the can, I think, for a long time.
They just needed to get it out.
They needed to get it out.
Because even Trolls, if you look at that as a weaker DreamWorks movie, is still 700 miles better than Ruby Gillman was.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring those up is because this one is debuted with a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. So again, that's like Puss in Boots level Last Wish stuff.
We've been eating good for animated this year.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 4 was like the weakest out of all
But it was still good.
But it was good, yeah. Just the weakest in comparison. So like Inside Out, Transformers, now this.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
good.
you're right. If you man, Paramount normally doesn't do. I mean, SpongeBob's all they do.
Yeah,
but
that SpongeBob movie was not good.
They're pushing this to be an Oscar movie. So they don't necessarily.
Did Puss in Boots win any Oscars?
It was nominated, but it got beat by. I can't remember.
Spider-Verse probably. Oh, that wasn't the same year.
I can't remember now what it was, but it got nominated. It should have won. But this is going to be in a shit ton of IMAX theaters.
Yeah, they're doing a big push for IMAX. They kicked out everything else in IMAX.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I'm curious.
For an animated movies usually don't get 3D, but usually they don't get IMAX. And every single one this year we've gotten an IMAX version.
And not just IMAX, but like the big, out of the 3,900 screens it's debuting in, 900 are the IMAX or IMAX style, like the 4DX and all of those theaters.
Like GDX and all that shit. Yeah, nice.
But it is an original property movie-wise, and it's based on a book, so those... We'll see how it goes. Over, under, let's put it at like 30 million. What do you think?
I think over.
I hope so.
I think people who wanted to take their kids to the theater for Transformers did.
Okay.
And maybe that helps this movie because they're like, I'm going to go back to the theater because I had so much fun in Transformers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we'll go see anything and everything that comes out, you know? So it doesn't really, it's hard to judge that range of the hype for this movie.
It's weird though. It feels like if this is an Oscar movie though, that they've been like trickling since the Super Bowl with little, the buildup doesn't feel there. Does that make sense?
No, not at all. Like
This seems like it should be an event movie. Like maybe they should have kicked this to the Thanksgiving, which I know it's stacked, but this feels like
it's weird to release this.
This is
right
the dead
now.
season.
I would
normally
do it for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I
is
mean.
where
Like,
would've.
and I.
Yeah, not end of September. That's a little weird, especially the weekend after another robot animated movie.
Yeah.
You know, that was like, I'm gonna say right now will probably be better than Wild Robot. Like Transformers is just fun. It's not like it's not gonna win any Oscars.
You don't cry. You're not
you don't
crying.
cry. It's not
right?
gonna win any awards. But goddamn, is it a fun movie? You know, Wild
Super
Robot
fun,
is like
especially being that most of all the other Transformers movies, pretty much all the Transformers movies, have super glaring problems. Like this has small issues, but whatever. The other Transformer movies, there's parts where you go, "What is happening on screen right now?"
Yeah.
Speaking of Transformers, because
over under.
I'm gonna go over and hope that it's over. So Transformers ended up coming way down under the actuals. It was at like 26 million.
Yeah.
And then when the actuals came out, it was like 24.6 for the opening, which is it's not good.
Ouch.
But they're saying leg-wise, up to 15 million. See, I think it's gonna make a decent amount of money, like the Turtles movie. You know, like it had a decent debut, but it like hung on with really good legs and cranked it out.
And that movie's also great. You know.
Yeah, we've gotten
Paramount knows what they're doing right now when reinvigorating their franchise. Like, go animated, true to form, true to source material.
It's a shame, though, that those movies don't make the money that, like, a Despicable Me
I know.
4 makes. Where it's just, like,
or even
colors.
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah, like ADD the movie.
Yeah. ADD the movie is the perfect example, yeah.
Like, there's a real chance that Beetlejuice beats Transformers and moves back in front of it again. Like it beat it last weekend overall, but like as we go on, Beetlejuice is got decent legs. So
because we're going into October,
it's true.
It's doing what you said it would do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still think it should have come out like this week or next week. You know, like
actually
October.
Well, this weekend would be the last weekend of September and give you the full month of October to run. So
right. Like
I agree.
They released that movie way too early, unfortunately.
That's pretty much the biggest movies of the weekend because
we don't want to talk
September.
about everyone's current favorite movie, Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
I did actually want to get into that. Thank you for reminding me.
Megalopolis.
You're right. It's Megalopolis.
You're making me crazy is what you're doing.
You're making me crazy.
We don't have numbers for it, but
I do have numbers for it.
You do?
I do.
Check numbers for it.
5 million is the projected opening weekend. The budget is somewhere between $120 and $150 million, depending on sources. 5 million. And this is another one of those stacked movies that has like A-list on A-list on A-list on A-list on A-list.
Well, Adam Driver is the lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kylo Ren.
It's about a Star Wars city, Megalopolis, where Kylo... It's a prequel.
Megalopolis, so dumb.
And this movie already has
Dark Megalopolis.
A bunch of negative stuff about it because of supposedly he was getting handsy, the director.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Giving me some kisses.
Father of Nicolas Cage, right? Pretty sure.
I think so, or uncle.
Uncle
or dad. He's one of the. No, you're not wrong though. Yeah, Nicolas Cage is. Yeah, it's weird that
getting
you find
touchy.
That.
I know.
But yeah, that movie is.
I've heard people give it a 0 out of 10. Like apparently it's terrible. Like. It looks okay from like trailers and stuff, but from what I've heard, people are like,
the trailers make it feel like you remember those old Calvin Klein perfume commercials, and at the end it's like Megalopolis, and you're like, what the hell did I just see? What trailer is this? Yeah, right now it's between 5. We'll go over on that. It's between 5 and 7 million, so we'll set it at 6 million for the over.
I'll say over, but 6.1.
I'm gonna say under. I think if Wild Robot overperforms. It'll take.
You have a Transformers movie, a Dreamworks movie coming out. Fucking Beetlejuice. Now's not the time to release artsy fartsy ass Francis Ford Coppola, touchy handsy Megalopolis.
It's at under 50% on Rotten Tomatoes too.
Is it Is there an L in there, or is there?
Yeah, it's Megalopolis. We got it. We nailed it.
So dumb. Metrocity. It's like fucking some Mega Mind shit. It's Metro City. Metrocity.
You know, we've talked about it before. You know, movies are normally September's a dumping ground, unless they make it an event like
this
Beetlejuice.
Year's different though. This year's been different. Like summer was trash.
It's weird.
Nothing big.
Well, the strike screwed everything up.
That's what I mean.
Kicked everything.
Everything came out in March. The summer was garbage, and now everything is coming out.
Yeah.
By Beetlejuice to the end of the year has been like big name, big name, big name, IP, big name, big name, big name.
Yeah.
Because Wild Robot goes into Joker, which goes into Venom.
Oh, yeah,
and then
you're right.
some other ones sprinkled out through October.
Smile 2, which is
Smile
people
2,
are hyping.
which leads us into November, which I don't know what movies come out in November, but I know December is Sonic 3, and that's all I care about, so nothing else matters.
Mufasa. But I'm just saying, there's a bunch of big budget blockbusters, so it's going to get crazy at the and I'm actually now kind of need to watch Venom because of all the rumors for Venom 3.
Oh, yeah, we get Null.
Mm-hmm. And allegedly Spider-Man shows up in it, allegedly.
Yeah, right. They've been saying that for the past 3 Venom movies, dog. No way. The fucking engine.
It felt like the spy movie, the crappy one with, oh my God. What's her name? From Jurassic World.
Argyle.
Argyle. It was like the end where like he
With
just
the twist.
like,
Yeah.
like, no, like in the movie. Like, nope. Not yet.
I'm like, okay, but you told me it was this, and now it's this other thing. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Speak No Evil. And I like James McAvoy, but
He's great. Like,
this kind of hindered my opinion a little bit.
see, I thought he was still fine.
He was fine, but again,